Hello and welcome to this morning time taste challenge. We have two Irish blended whiskeys. We have the Bushmills Black Bush, 80 proof, 40% alcohol, beautiful bottle. Bushmills, the best liquor bottles in the business, I think. Ireland's oldest whiskey distillery. They started, it says, original grant to distill 1608. True, but their distillery was started in 1783. Matured to perfection in sherry casks. A high proportion of copper pot stilled single malt whiskey matured in sherry casks creates a rich and smooth taste. Product of Ireland. Yes, this was introduced in 1980 and it's aged 8 years. And it has an unusual blend ratio. It's 20-80, not 80-20. 20% grain whiskey, grain spirits, corn spirits, but 80% single malt whiskey, barley malt whiskey. So I'm looking at the website right now. I got a link below. Black Bush, an icon of Ireland. Bushmills Black Bush Irish whiskey combines an exceptionally high amount of malt whiskey married with a lighter grain whiskey, and then matured in former Oloroso sherry and bourbon cask. So they matured in Oloroso sherry and bourbon cask barrels. This unique recipe means Black Bush has rich, fruity notes and a deep, intense character balanced by an incredibly unique smoothness. It's best enjoyed neat, over ice, or in classic cocktails. I mean, how else are you going to enjoy it? You're going to have it neat. That means straight with nothing added, over ice, or in a cocktail. There's no fourth way. The most seasoned of Irish whiskey drinkers know you can't beat Black Bush. This would be kind of comparable. This is like Ireland's version of Johnny Walker Black. You know what I'm saying? Like at that price level and whatnot. And I've not had Johnny Walker Black, but I intend to buy it. It's still only 80 proof. Men's Journal says it's one of the best whiskeys in the world. The website saying it's aged 8 years in sherry casks. Tasting notes, they're pouring it in a rocks glass, not in the little flute glass. I had 4 of those. Thank you, John and Neely. They all broke. Right from the pour, you'll notice the dark coloring, a result of maturing for up to 8 years in Spanish Oloroso sherry casks in sweet bourbon barrels. As for the taste, this 80% malt whiskey floats across the tongue to deliver dark, velvety fruit notes right through the long finish. All right, so you're going to taste sherry, peaches, nuts, and it's amazingly spicy. And they have a black fashioned made with Black Bush. All right, from Northern Ireland, the British controlled part. The part of Ireland that's still part of the British Empire, Commonwealth, British Empire, Commonwealth, Empire. All right. Small batch Teeling. This whiskey challenges the convention of what an Irish whiskey can be with the layers of unique flavor influenced by unconventional cask maturation techniques. Hand-selected casks of grain and malt whiskey are initially fully aged in ex-bourbon barrels, then married together in Central American rum casks. Where in Central America? Is it Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, or Panama? We don't know. Then married together for up to 12 months for a unique dried fruit profile. 75% grain whiskey, 25% single malt barley whiskey. So they're talking about flavors of roasted caramel, toffee, vanilla, oak, subtle dried fruit, all those flavors. 92 proof, full metal jacket with no chill filtration for true natural character. Some people say chill filtration is good. Others say it's bad. What do I know for chill filtration? Okay. Let's look on Total Wine and More. Bushmills Black Bush. Oh, it is selling for $29.99. I said it right, 30 bucks. I was a penny off, $30. So you want to play with Black Bush, you better get your money ready because you're going to need 30. I like the bottles look pretty when I do a taste challenge. Okay, Teeling Small Batch Irish Whiskey is selling for $38.49, $38.49. 50 cents more at Mathern's, $38.99. 50 cents out of stock. Oh, delivery's out of stock. Nope, it's out of stock. Oh, well, they'll get more. But that's the price. It's very nice. They'd order twice. Taste challenge. That funky challenge. Taste challenge. All right. Okay, y'all, it's time to get nice. Let's do the taste challenge. What is my prediction? Well, based on the previous 4 challenges, I will be able to tell them apart, but the Teeling will not justify the price difference, which in this case is $8.50 more. Is it going to be $8.50 better? It wasn't even better than the Bushmills, and the Bushmills is $19. I'm talking about the regular Bushmills, the original. So, I mean, I think it's that price. I didn't check a Total Wine, but you know, it's something like that. I'll check. Heck, they're working on my back porch roof right now, so you might hear some noise, construction noise. That roof was hard to get off, that metal tin roof. He was like struggling. I said, they put it on there strong, huh? He said, huh. The hurricane could not blow it off, but it lifted some of it up and it was leaking. But the hurricane could not blow it off, and that was 150 mile an hour gusts or higher. Beautiful real cap. Okay, let's see. Bushmills Irish Whiskey. T for Teeling. T is for Teeling. And T is for toffee. All right. The original is $20.99. Oh, it's going up. It was 19, so it's now 21. Well, that varies store to store. The Red Bush is $23.99, $24. So $21 minus a penny, $24 minus a penny, $30 minus a penny. But you save money buying the handles, the big 1,750 milliliter bottles. You will save money. There's a 21-year aged. There's a Bushmills single malt, no grain alcohol added, just malted barley whiskey. 23-year age for a low price of $229.99. Only $229.99. $229.99. Got a nice little foil cap showing the trademark, which is a copper pot still. Black Bush got a particle cork. Cork, meaning it's cork, but it's like little pieces that are like pressed together. It's not a true hunk of cork. Oh, well. Would I like to visit Bushmills Distillery? Well, yes, I like to visit Northern Ireland. I'd like to visit all of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I'd like to visit Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and Dolphins, but Wales and merry old England. And I like to visit the Irish Republic too, but you know, I probably never visit any of them because I never got the, you know what, and I never, all right. I was going to go to Spanish Morocco in 2020, but the demic screwed that up. Damn demic. The scam screwed it up. Yeah, they had this deal where you could buy a plane ticket to this town in Spain, this airport in southern Spain, but then you had to take a bus to Algeciras, and then you had to take a ferry to Spanish Morocco in Africa. It was a round trip. And I was like, man, I'm going to get lost down there. I cannot speak Spanish. I was like, do I really want to be in Spanish North Africa, wandering around? I can't speak Spanish, trying to figure out how to get back to Europe on a ferry and then get back to America on a plane. But but alas, it'll probably never happen. That way I could say I went to Africa and I went to Europe. And plus, it seemed like it was interesting. They had old castles there and this fort and all kind of Spanish beer and African beer. Oh, man, what a bummer. All right. We'll probably just have to go to Mexico. We can get across the border or just go to Texas. They're very liberal about all these restrictions. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Now they're saying the color is coming from the aging for 8 years in sherry cask. They're saying that on the website. The color is coming from aging for 8 years in sherry cask. They're not saying anything about adding caramel color. You telling me the color's this dark coming from sherry cask? Okay, I believe it. It's not that dark, really. It's just amber. It's really not that dark. No age statement here. I don't know. I know it's at least 3 years old. The Teelings doesn't really look. It's just gold. Is it 5 years? I don't know. It's at least 3. They don't tell you the age, so we cannot be consumed with that. We cannot be constable with that. We cannot be electrocardiogram with that. All right. Well, Stroh's. I bought this cap at Walmart, believe it or not, years ago. But they never sold. They don't sell Stroh's beer in Louisiana. So why are they selling the cap? The cap. Then they were selling a Highland's Old Style cap. Don't sell that in Louisiana. But I bought them. They were cheap. And I have purchased Stroh's. I bought Stroh's in Minnesota. I went to a liquor store and bought a 12-pack of the cans. I bought bottles up there in Wisconsin one time. Back when the company was headquartered in Detroit, Michigan, I wrote them a letter and I said, could you send me information about your beer? They sent me a whole huge book. I don't mean a book, a hardcover book, but like a big booklet with all kind of information about each brand they made. Wrote me a personal letter too, not some form letter from Detroit, Michigan, and I still have the whole booklet. Now, if you get on a company's website, to tell you, look at the website. They're not sending you any paper material. Boy, oh boy, I wish I'd have started getting interested in this beer, wine, and liquor hobby at age 12. I mean, you know, of course, you can't drink that at that age unless you're in Louisiana and you're with your parents. You can drink at 12 years old with your parents in Louisiana, even out at a restaurant. I checked the law. I would have started writing letters to everybody back then. Schlitz, Stroh's, everybody. I'd have kept all that. I kept all my Schlitz stuff. It's true. I got Schlitz brochures from 1981. Right there, I can prove it. I got that at the gas station. It was just a little. They used to have them when you were checking out. It was like the Schlitz pro football preview, and it had the schedule for each week. And then, of course, information about Schlitz beer all the way throughout the booklet. And I still have them 40 years later. And then I got the 1982 booklet. Well, my father would stop to get gasoline, and he would say, here you go. And I kept them. He'd give it to me. And then 1983, I was like, where's the Schlitz NFL pamphlet booklet? But they didn't have it. I didn't realize Schlitz had gotten bought out by Stroh's. Those cheapskates, they weren't going to print any booklets. They had no money. They couldn't even pay the note on the Schlitz debt. Well, anyway, that was a kind of a comical story. They call it the minnow devouring the whale. Stroh's, a much smaller company, bought Schlitz and thought, we're going to be big now. Yeah, big in debt. 17 years later, dead. They got bought out by Pabst, the ultimate scavenger hunters. And the ultimate cheapskates. Pabst, they don't spend money for nothing. This is a very interesting aroma. It smells like, it does smell like sherry casks and bourbon casks. It smells rich. It's fruity. It's rich. It's just intense. Now you say, but it's only 80 proof. That's the standard 40% alcohol. That's not that intense. Not in alcohol, it isn't. You're right. But in aroma, whoa. Let me tell you, it's got it going on. Is this the best smelling whiskey I ever smelled? It's one of the best. I know that much. And we're talking about $30 a bottle. It's just really good. Why would you criticize Bushmills? I don't understand that. I think Bushmills is fabulous. The original, the Black Bush and the Red Bush. What criticisms do I have of them? Well, none. Like none. Like nothing. Like they're that good. I could just smell it. We ought to start smell challenges. Then I'm going to have to drink it. Okay. Getting a lot of vanilla. Vanilla. Yes. A lot of wood. Wood barrel. Oak barrel. Now, well, okay. We know that Teeling is aged for about 8 months. They say up to a year in Caribbean rum barrels. No. Central American rum barrels. Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, or Panama. I don't know which one. Oh, yeah, or Costa Rica. I forgot about Costa Rica. I'm sorry, y'all, in Costa Rica. I forgot about y'all, and that's the country I went to. I spent a week in Costa Rica, and I'm neglecting to mention it. Terrible, insulting. Only thing I did in Honduras was go to the airport on the way down there and go to the airport on the way out, the way back. Never stopped. Never, got out. I just sat in the plane. Saw the police chasing some guy. That was strange. Some guy running was like, he was wearing blue jeans and no shirt, and he had long blonde hair. A hippie in 1985. And he just ran into this field like a cornfield. And I said, oh, look, a man running into a field. I don't know why, I just was looking at it. And then two police running after, wearing those khaki uniforms. Come back, you hippie. I said, well, you never know what you're going to see down in this country. I was worried the plane would get hijacked. They had all these strange acting Filipino guys on the plane, like 6 of them. I remember thinking on the way down there, I said, I know they're going to hijack the plane. They kept going back and forth, talking to each other, all low, looking around. I said, well, I don't feel like going through some kind of hijacking. But they never did. But only other time I saw the police actively chasing somebody was in the Bahamas in 2001. I didn't see the perpetrator. I just saw the police chasing somebody on bicycles. They were riding bicycles chasing someone. So initially on the aroma, I think that's the Teeling and that's the Black Bush. But you know what? I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. Okay. Whew. Woo. Like Count Floyd would say, ooh, it's scary. It's scary. It's strong. That's got to be the Teeling, so that's pretty strong. Wah, 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 wah. Turn on the siren, you wall. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Ooh, give me the free zone. Oh, that's so much milder. Oh, did I mention how much milder that was? Oh, ha, ha, ha. And it tastes like sherry. I never had Oloroso sherry. I don't think so. But I've had enough sherry. I've had so much sherry that is not even funny. Um, it's just super complex. I wouldn't go that far. It's 8 years old. You could tell though. How can I tell it's 8? Well, if it was 7 years old, it would be ta ta, and if it was 9 years old, it would be the ho ho. All right, but it's right in the middle of the ta ta and the ho ho. Um, Not a lot of wood, from the barrels, but it is like they say, incredibly smooth, remarkably smooth. It really is. I got to give them credit. They're giving a lot of touting, like this so great. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. But honestly, if you want to get techno, it is smooth. And it's 80% barley malt. And it tastes like it because it's bread and bread dough and bread crust. Is malt whiskey better than grain whiskey? Well, now, of course, that would depend on who you were speaking to. I prefer because I rather eat bread. Uh, on the other hand, Teelings makes an all grain whiskey. It's all grain whiskey. It's 100% grain whiskey. You say, oh, they copying off of Hay Club because Hay Club makes an all grain whiskey. It's all grain spirits. Yeah, I know. Oh, I tried. It's got that blue label. It looks nice. So it's like the flip side of single malt whiskey. Single malt whiskey is all barley malt, no grain added. But then they flip it and they got all grain, no barley malt added. You say, well, barley is a grain. Yeah, but it's malted. Whereas the grain whiskey is unmalted grain. Like corn, you don't malt corn. Corn does not, excuse me, corn does not undergo the malting process. Um, I like corn. I'm not an anti-cornite. I'm not in love with it. Teelings. It's got to be It's robust, It's got honey flavor. Honey. It's got a little bite to it, though. It's a little bitey. Well, it is 92 proof after all. Does higher proof always mean better whiskey? No, not in my opinion. It's stronger. Is it better? Well, now that depends how much that depends how dependent you are on high amounts of alcohol. You know what I mean? You say, well, I gotta have it, or I'll start shaking. My hands will shake. Well, then, you might want to go with barrel proof or go to some programs. We're going to get in some programs, G. But if you just like tasting and you don't need all the metaphysical aspects of it, the experiential, like physiological aspects, aside from your your sense of taste and smell. Well, 80 proof might work just fine. Works for me. Well, I was looking at some funny products this morning. I said, look, I almost bought it too. I said, let me get that Skol vodka. I didn't do it though. Skol, Skol. That means cheers in the Scandinavian languages. Danish, Norwegian, Scottish, Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, and Icelandic. Skol, cheers. Prost, German. Cheers, England, English. I didn't buy it, but I wanted to because some people remarked about it. They were like, oh, no, not Skol vodka. Oh, no, please, no. Oh, no. I was like, can't be that bad. And they admitted that they drank it. Miles Gin. I saw Miles Gin again. I said, I got to get it because it's so quaint. But I didn't do it. Teeling. Do I like it? I sure do. What I paid $38 for it? I don't know. I paid $14.99. I was really happy with $14.99. $14.99 at Mathern's. They got a deal and they passed it on to me, and I got a deal. And my friend David got a deal. We all got deals. Because we got the cars that go boom. Because my friend is Bunny and I'm Tigre, and we've got the boom. All right. So it's good. I like it. Do I love it? I kind of love it, yeah. I don't adore it. I do adore the Bushmills Black Bush, though. I just called to say I love it. Because, you know, one sip makes you taller and one sip makes you small. And the other sips your mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice. When she's 10 foot tall. Okay, I'm going to reveal it now. And I'm going to say this is the Bushmills Black Bush. Here we go. Wish me the best. It is the Black Bush from Bushmills. Never question my insinuations, my intimidations, my extrapolations. Well, it's 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. 5-0. 5 wins, no losses. I got them right all the time. So was I able to tell Teelings apart from all the others? Well, apparently so, because I got them right 5 out of 5 times. Now, am I going to get it correct when I go against the Red Bush? I don't see why I wouldn't. I don't see why I would not. Okay, so now the question of the hour. Is the Teelings $8.50 better than the Black Bush from the Bushmills people? No, I don't believe it is. If you want to get techno, I don't even think it's better. It's good, but I got to say this. You can tell it's got a lot of grain alcohol in it. You say, oh, you mean grain spirits? You will not say grain neutral spirits on this hangout. You will not say it. Oh, I didn't say it. But if I was going to say it, I would say you could pick it up. You could detect it. It's like 75% grain neutral spirits. But it's nice. I like it. But I would save the $8.50 and buy the legendary, the incredible, the wonderful, the beautiful, the fabulous. And did I mention the delicious Bushmills Black Bush? You win, Bushmills. Bushmills never loses. And I know people are saying, you are so obvious. Common sense, you're going to pick Black Bush. You said in previous videos that your great-grandmother was a daughter of Eastern Star, Northern Ireland, Protestant, the Orange Order. We know what you're about. You claim to be Catholic, but you're always picking the Black Bush. Oh, you're setting these little guideposts. You're trying to lead people down a checkerboard path. We all know what's going on. No, you don't know what's going on. You think you know, but you don't know, and you'll never know. But anyway, be that as it may, I don't have a favorite. I don't have any partisanship. Northern Ireland versus Ireland. I truly do not. I don't care. I'm indifferent to that struggle. If you told me, don't you realize what is going on? I would say, yes, I realize it. You'd say, well, whose side do you take? I'd say none, neither. My only interest in Ireland is trying the whiskeys and the butter. The whiskey and the butter and the whiskey and the butter. All right, but all kidding aside, the Black Bush is great. I don't know how you could drink this and say it has all kind of flaws. I don't see it. I don't believe it. I don't accept it. I reject it, and I'm unanimous in that. So cheers to the Bushmills Black Bush, the consistent winner. It wins. The only thing it ever does is win every time. All it ever does is win every time. The legendary Black Bush. Should you buy it? You should immediately buy it. If it's $29.99, you should immediately buy it. Can you buy it for $30? You can do that. Can you buy it for less than $30? Well, you can buy it for a penny less at Total Wine, but you're probably not going to get it any less than that. So don't be too much of a cheapskate. Just get it and you'll love it. It's great. It's fabulous. I'm not on their payroll. I don't get any money from them yet. So great product. You win, Bushmills Black Bush. I love you. Now, what's coming up next on Thursday morning? Oh, the Red Bush. Is it as good as the Black Bush? No. But it's got its distinct qualities. It's finished in bourbon barrels. It's got the bourbon-esque. It's supposed to be like a bourbon style, Irish whiskey. Is it good? Oh, it's great. Did I get a good deal on it? I got the best deal in the history of the world on it. $9.99 for a full-size bottle. You heard me right. $9.99 for a full-size bottle. Whereas the normal price is $24 or $23.99. I got it for $9.99. I am telling the absolute truth. And my friend David bought his own bottle, and then he went back and bought another bottle. And I said, I thought you didn't like it that much. He said, yeah, but it was $9.99. I had to laugh. But anyway, he is my witness. Thanks for watching this video production. So cheers to the Bushmills Black, the legendary Bushmills Black, who just cannot lose. It just does not lose. It does not lose. It cannot lose. It can win.